a soggy bottom, a soggy bottom, a soggy bottom, a soggy.
Oh no! Dying at my own alerts. Thanks Kim for the host. Oh, my own alerts are gonna break me. This is fantastic. It's the best alert, Kim. Like, there's no other alert I need. Just soggy bottom. It's all great. Wait, that didn't work. It didn't work. Oh no, what's going on? Oh my. You know, this is like perfect vibe for the stream. I can see I'm peaking, so I'm just going to turn myself down a little bit. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to Andrew in the Kitchen's Twitch channel. This is my kitchen. In today's Andrew in the Kitchen stream, we're going to be baking Andrew's perfect chocolate brownies. You can see all of the equipment and ingredients that you will need to make my brownies. You don't need a stand mixer. That's just there because all studio kitchens have a stand mixer. Yes, definitely my very real kitchen. Oh, it wasn't supposed to creep. Oh, it was meant to creep up slowly. It was meant to creep up slowly. And I'm glad that worked. So if you want to find the full recipe that I'm going to make today, with all the ingredient quantities, you can head to my blog to find the recipe, or you can just type !recipe in chat, and it will give you a link to the blog post. Thank you, Hannah, for that perfectly timed command. That's the recipe that I'm making. So first step on our recipe is to preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius. If you want to know what that is in Fahrenheit, don't ask me because I don't know, but I tell you who does know, Nightbot knows. Nightbot knows everything. Nightbot is the best mod. If you type !CTOF in chat, followed by your temperature that you want to convert into Fahrenheit, it will tell you what your temperature in Celsius is in Fahrenheit. Thank you, Hannah. That wasn't planned at all. So next step is to prepare your baking tin. I'm going to grease the tin well with some unsalted butter, or you can use margarine. Then next step is to line the tin with 2 strips of baking parchment that cover the entire length of the tin and the width, so the brownies can be easily lifted out. So I like to do kind of 1 strip first and then put the other strip just on top, going the other way. And then next we're going to weigh our first ingredients. So when you're baking, you should use digital scales because they're going to be more precise. And baking is all about precision, so whereas with cooking you can kind of get away with things not being 100% precise, with baking it's a bit more of a science, so try and get things as accurately as possible. So we're going to start with our chocolate. So usually I would use Aldi dark chocolate because it's cheap and cheerful, a bit like me. Well, one of those adjectives is correct at least, but today I'm going to be using dairy milk. How dare you? I can't believe you use dairy milk instead of Aldi chocolate. Now I do have to say, just before I carry on, I'm not sponsored. So Andrew's not sponsored by any of the brands featured on stream today. He's not affiliated or endorsed by any of the brands features. Other brands are available. I need 100 grams of chocolate, and well, the whole bar is 200 grams. So I suppose I could just do this. Oh, it's a knife. Andrew in the kitchen obtained a knife. What can I do with this knife? This reminds me of a puzzle. A lot at stake. A knife is on the line. There is a lot at stake. Can you put the pieces back together and have yourself a delicious dinner? Drag the pieces to move. Oh, so now we get to do a puzzle. Oh my god, this is great.
I need a sandwich. Help! I need a sandwich.
PK, thank you for the follow. And welcome to this, whatever this stream is, this madness. Oh, we've got a jigsaw puzzle. Or this just to get a knife? Oh. Right, so I've got some pieces. What can I do? Well, first one, it looks like a corner piece, so I suppose I'll just put it in the corner. And looking at the next piece, that also looks like a corner piece, and I'm just going to put it in the bottom left. Okay, this is looking good. We've got a couple of pieces in there already. That next piece, not a corner piece, not an edge piece. I don't really want to deal with that at the moment, so let's just put it at the side. Leave it out the way. Next one though, that looks like an edge piece. And I think it goes on top on the left because that board kind of lines up properly, so I'm just going to put it there, see what happens. Okay, look, there is another edge piece, another corner piece. Let's put it in the corner, top right corner, let's go. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. 4 pieces in, this is great. I didn't know I needed a Professor Layton baking crossover, but now I need this all the time. Listen, there were not enough baking or like cake things in Professor Layton, and you know what? If they're going to make a new one for the Switch, then they should throw in some baking puzzles, you know? This is great. Yes, these puzzle pieces were legit made in PowerPoint. You know, Andrew's favourite graphic design program. It is. PowerPoint is the best application for graphic design. You're learning so much about cooking, Choco. Well, I'm glad. You know, this is an educational stream. You know, if you look down at the bottom, we've got some tags. Educational is one of them. This is an educational stream. PowerPoint is magical. PowerPoint is the best program. So let's go back to the puzzle. This piece, I think it's an edge piece. And I think it kind of goes, well, it's going to go on the top somewhere, that edge is at the top. But kind of looking at that diagonal line for the board, I think it goes in the second place along because it kind of looks like it will be the same line, kind of like parallel. Let's see what happens. Let's just move it over. Yeah, that looks like it fits. This is good. Okay, next piece. Corner piece. Top left corner, let's go. Yeah, that fits perfectly. I'm getting so much education right now. A cooking question mark class and my college class. You know what? Cooking question mark class is... That sums this up, basically. No wonder I have trouble with baking. I keep forgetting to do the puzzles. Yeah, look. All those puzzles, sometimes, you know, Layton will just show up and he'll arrive with a puzzle. Sometimes he won't. That's how it works. So I'm kind of a bit looking at the next piece. I don't really know where that goes yet, but I think I'm going to work with that piece that I set aside earlier on because it looks like that steak will fit in that part there. So I'm going to move that in. Yeah, that fits perfectly. Alright, next piece. We've got more steak, and I think that's going to connect to the next piece of steak. Let's go. Move that next piece in. Okay, got another edge piece, and that looks like part of the knife. So I'm going to put that on the right. Okay, we're good. There we're going. Okay, only 3 more pieces left. This is looking good. Right, that piece there, we've got some rosemary there. I think that's probably going to go bottom on the second space along. Match up those rosemaries there. Yeah, fits perfectly. Right, last piece. That one, bottom of the knife. Let's go. But wait, there seems to be a piece missing. Professor, where's the final missing piece? Ah, my young Andrew in the kitchen. You have done well so far. To find the missing piece, you must complete the riddle. If it takes 3 men 3 days to eat 3 steaks, then how many steaks will 6 men eat in 6 days? Is it A, 3 days, B, 6 days, C, 9 days, D, 12 days? Anyone in chat know the answer to this one? If it takes 3 men 3 days to eat 3 steaks, then how many steaks will 6 men eat in 6 days? 3 days, 6 days, 9 days, or 12 days? Okay, so let's have a look in the chat, see what we've got any answers. So Elsa is saying 3 days. PK, I was not expecting math, but perhaps I should have. Hannah's saying not 12 or 9 days. So there are still 2 left to go. Anyone else got any ideas? Hannah's saying wait, no. PK saying 6? Hannah, maybe it is 12. That's not what you said just now, Hannah. What's going on? So we're still kind of... we don't really have an answer at the moment. We've got 3 from Elsa, we've got 6 from PK, we've got 12 from Hannah. Any advances on these? I'm kind of looking at this problem and thinking, I don't even know the answer myself. Becca saying, you feel like you're overthinking this. You're going to say 9 because it hasn't been used. Okay, so we've got, we have Elsa with 3. We've got, we've got PK with 6. We've got Becca with 9. And we've got Hannah with 12. Fantastic. This is great. Hannah says, double the men, double the stakes. What a mistake. Hannah, please. Oh, okay, so PK has said, wait, are we looking for steaks or days? I'm glad someone's noticed. Someone's noticed. Well, looks like we're stuck now. What is the answer? Is it 3, 6, 9, or 12? I think we need to call the professor for help. Hannah, is the riddle even right? Hey, I noticed. Oh, you noticed? Well, is that what you meant by what a mistake? Okay, so Cormon's saying 12. 12 days? 12 days of steak. Do you know what? 12 days of steak sounds about right to me. Okay, Professor, I'm going to go with 12. 12 days of steaks. 12 days of steaks. The answer is 12. Congratulations to Hannah and Cormon for getting this one correct. Congratulations, my young Andrew in the kitchen. You have solved the mystery of the missing puzzle piece. You have earned the missing puzzle piece. Nope, I mean, nope, 12 days. 12 days, definitely the correct answer. 12 days. That's how many steaks, definitely, yeah. Andrew in the kitchen obtains the missing puzzle piece. Yay, I got the missing puzzle piece, and now I can do this puzzle. So that last piece, slot it in. Ah, I think I've got it. That puzzle was a piece of cake, and I just got 5 pie carats. Go me! You mean it was a piece of steak? I'm glad you didn't get any of the pieces wrong, or you'd have made a mistake. That puzzle is really well done. That pun was a mistake. So what can I do with this knife? Oh, snap! Literally, it snapped in half. So that means one of the pieces must be... Wait, what's 200 grams divided by 2? Can anyone in the chat help me answer? Hannah is saying, look at my beautiful knife skills. I know, my knife skills are great. It snapped perfectly in half. How magic is that? PK saying 100. Xenoblade Fanatics says 100 grams. Hannah, Pink X Double X Kiss is saying 100 grams. Yes, it's 100 grams. I'm going to add one to the saucepan. That knife is magic. I wonder if it can do 150 grams of unsalted butter for me too. Oh wow, this knife is awesome. Now, I'm not the sharpest tool in the kitchen, but this knife is making this easy. I'm going to add it to the saucepan now. So add in my 150 grams of unsalted butter. So next ingredient is sugar. And I need 160 grams of granulated sugar. So as a reminder, if you want to find the full recipe that I'm using, you can use !recipe in the chat and it will give you a link to the recipe. So I use 160 grams of granulated sugar in the recipe. I always use granulated sugar for my baking just because it's always what I have on hand. I can bake with it basically all the time. It's pretty convenient to have on hand. So add in 160 grams of granulated sugar. Emmy's saying the butter's magic. You can use it with the foil around it. I know, it's magic butter. You know, you've got a magic knife that makes that foil magic. Okay, Elsa says, do you ever use caster specifically for anything? Most of the time I will tend to go for granulated unless the recipe actually specifies for it. So sometimes like meringues I will go for caster, only if I have it though. I tend to go for granulated just because it's just what we have on hand basically. I remember doing kind of like recipe tests back in GCSE, and granulated turned out better than cast sugar. So I don't know what that was about. Kim, I can see the comment and I know what you're thinking, and I'm not gonna say that on my stream. But you're welcome to type it in chat if you want. You are welcome to type it in chat. So next step of the recipe, place the saucepan onto the hob and melt the butter, sugar and chocolate on a medium heat, stirring to prevent the chocolate from burning. So I'm just going to turn on the heat and we'll leave it there just to melt. So while that's going on, we've got some people in chat who I'm going to do some shout outs to. So Kim's in chat, Nano Kim. We love Nano Kim in this community. So let's do a oh no, that's not how the command works. Yeah, make sure you give me a follow. Yeah, definitely need to follow me. Okay, this should work now. Twitch. There we go. So make sure you give Nano Kim a follow. We've also got something special over on my Instagram. So if you're not following me already on Instagram, you can follow me there. There's the link. But today I just announced my first ever giveaway. So to mark 2,000 followers over on Instagram, I'm giving away a baking bundle courtesy of Baking Mad. If you want to enter, unfortunately it's UK residents only and you have to be 18 or over. So head over to my Instagram post there and you can find all the T's and C's and how to enter. The competition closes on Friday the 16th of April at 11:59 UK time. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Elsa says, I think I'm over 18. I think so too, Elsa. Yeah, I think I can enter as well. I might be able to enter, but I'm not too sure. I mean, if I entered my own competition and I won, that would be really awkward, wouldn't it? Anyway. Xenoblade, sadly not in the UK. Yeah, hopefully I can try and do one at some point where I'm giving away international. But this first one, because it's quite a large parcel, I think it weighs like 10 kilograms. I'm going to stick just UK for now. Becca says, I always forget how old I am, to be honest. Yeah, that's very relatable. I always forget that I'm 22. And everyone is surprised that I'm 22. So yeah, we've also got some other fun commands for you to have a look at. So those of you who are in my Discord, you will know that we love Colin in this community. Colin the Caterpillar is the best. We love Colin the Caterpillar. There is no other better caterpillar. I agree, Hannah, it is the best command. And if you don't know about Colin the Caterpillar, well, you're going to have to go do some research. Colin the Caterpillar is great. Emmy says, if Andrew's a baby, then I'm not born. Haha, I'm 20. Yeah, I think Elsa, Elsa likes to call me a baby. So does Hannah, even though Hannah's not that much older than me. Y'all are old. Yeah, Xena, yeah. I feel it. I feel old. Oh, would you look at that? Our butter, sugar and chocolate's melted. How about that? So I'm just going to leave that mixture to cool for about 10 minutes just while I prepare the rest of the ingredients for the brownies. So next thing I need is 150 grams of chopped chocolate. You can use any kind of chocolate you like, so you can use a mixture of milk, white or dark chocolate.
Help!
That just depends.
I need a sandwich. Help! I need a sandwich. Help!
Thank you,
I need a
thank you, Colin, for the follow. Well, look, what perfect timing. Colin following just when we talked about Colin. It's almost like that was magic. Colin's joining from work. Hope work's going well. Hope everything's going well over in Chicago as well. Okay, so yeah, it depends on what you want in your brownies. So if you want milk, white or dark, or it just depends on what you have as well. Alternatively, if you want to add in different fillings, so like peanut butter chips, cacao nibs, chopped nuts, or even Oreos, then this is going to be the time that you want to prepare them now. If you want to add different toppings onto your brownies, so things like marshmallows or s'mores brownies, marshmallows just to make s'more brownies, or add a swirl of Biscoff spread or salted caramel, that happens just before you put these into the oven. And I like to chop up my chocolate into chunks. I like to chop my chocolate into chunks by hand rather than using chocolate chips. I heard the caterpillar namesake in my bones. Yeah, Colin gets summoned by Colin. It's kind of like how I get summoned by Matt. It's great. So, as I said, chop up my chocolate by hand. So, yeah, chop my knife over that chocolate. Bam, 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 put it in the bowl. God, my knife skills are so good. I just chop that chocolate so quickly. Becca says, why no chocolate chips? So I prefer using just like bars of chocolate and then chopping them myself. It's a bit cheaper than chips, but also sometimes you get bigger chunks and smaller chunks. So you get lots of different sizes in there. Look, thank you, Hannah, for using the command. Seeing all those chocolate chunks like that reminds you of a puzzle. No, Leighton, I'm not doing another jigsaw puzzle. That's not for this stream. This stream is a baking stream. But what am I meant to do now then? Don't think I didn't see you dressing up as me earlier with that steak puzzle. Well, you can take your puzzle to a different stream because I don't want to do another one. What's wrong with puzzles? Do you not have time to do this one? It's only 70 pieces. Funnily enough, Professor, no, I don't. It's too late on for another jigsaw puzzle. So now you're stealing my gig, huh? Pundru, please. Look, Leighton, if you're going to come here, could you at least help me with something? What do you need help with, Andrew? I'm just a bit puzzled as to why you'd want me to help if you're not going to do my puzzle. You're not even Andrew and you're stealing my gig too. Well, I stupidly cut the wrapper of the dairy milk bar when I was doing the chocolate. Could you get rid of them all for me? I suppose I could do. Ah, that should do it. And that's a wrap. They're all gone. Why am I even here? Okay, well, that's chocolate all sorted. Now, back to the brownie mixture itself. So, pour the chocolate brownie mixture, so the things that we melted in the saucepan, into a large mixing bowl using a rubber spatula to scrape down the pan well. Next, we're going to need to add 3 eggs to the mixture, and the eggs I use are large UK eggs, so that means that they weigh 63 to 73 grams, and it's best to use room temperature. It's time for a mini game! Wow! And look, we're doing a 4-player minigame. Hatch your eggs before they count. Egg roll race. Liquid egg scramble. Egg and spoon race. I wonder which minigame we're going to get. Oh look, egg and spoon race. Bet your pie carats in this different egg and spoon race. The egg and the spoon will race to the end of the board. The first one to the end wins. Huh, didn't know it was time to play a minigame. Sure, let's go in. You'll notice that Mario's not here. That's because he died last night. Rip. Can we get Fs in chat for Mario? Poor Mario, he died yesterday. Don't know if you heard. How many Piker Rats do you want to bet? We'll start with Daisy. Hi, I'm Daisy! I'm gonna bet 4 on Spoon! Daisy has bet 4 Piker Rats on Spoon to win. Luigi, how many Piker Rats do you want to bet? Okie dokie, Ouija time! I will bet 12 of my Piker Rats on Spoon. Luigi has bet 12 Piker Rats on Spoon to win. Andrew, how many Piker Rats do you want to bet? Whoop! This isn't the kitchen. I suppose I'll just bet all of them on egg. I mean, you know, what else have I got to lose? Andrew has bet 5 Piker Rats on egg to win. Peach, how many Piker Rats do you want to bet? Oh, I'll bet all mine on Spoon. Peach has bet 12 Piker Rats on Spoon to win. That means we have 5 Piker Rats on egg and 28 Piker Rats on Spoon. The winners will split the total amount bet between them. For Andrew, he could end up with 33 Piker Rats in total. Let the egg and spoon race begin. You will each take turns to reveal a spot on the board, which corresponds to how many spaces forward egg or spoon will move. Let's start with Andrew. You will pick a space for egg. Choose carefully. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pick this one here. 4 spaces for egg. Peach, choose a space for spoon. Oh. 3 spaces for spoon. Daisy, you will pick for egg. Hi, I'm Daisy! Only 1 space for egg. Luigi will pick for spoon. Ouija time! 5 for spoon. In this round, you will pick against who you bet on. Andrew will move spoon, while Peach, Daisy and Luigi will move egg. Andrew, you will be picking to move spoon this time. Okay, spoon's pretty far ahead. I think, what is it, 3 spaces ahead? Let's see. I'm gonna pick this one here. 4 spaces for spoon. Egg will get 3 turns this time. Can egg pull ahead? Peach, please pick for egg. Oh! 2 spaces for egg. Daisy, choose for egg. Hi, I'm Daisy! Just 1 for egg. Luigi, time to choose for egg. Ouija time! 5 spaces for egg. Luigi has picked 5 both times. How lucky is that? In this round, you will pick for who you bet on. Andrew will move egg, while Peach, Daisy and Luigi will move spoon. This means if Andrew picks 4 or more, he will win 33 pie carats. Andrew, your turn to pick for egg. Remember, if you pick 4 or more, you will win all 33 pie carats. Okay, so this means I need to get 4 or more. I don't really know what the pie carats do, but I think I want them, 33 of them. That's a lot. So it looks like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 on the board. 2 5s picked, 2 4s picked. Let's assume that, there's going to be, each row's got 1 of each. So I'm not going to pick from either of those rows that have the 4 or the 5 at the moment, just to increase my chances. Right, come on, let this be the lucky space. Lucky space, let's go. Oh no, Andrew only picked 2. All is not lost though. Two spaces for egg. Peach, your turn to choose for spoon. Oh. 2 spaces for spoon too. This is going to be a close race. Daisy, your turn to move spoon. Pick 3 or more and spoon wins. Hi, I'm Daisy. Just 1 space for spoon. And it's all tied up with Luigi moving for spoon. Luigi, it's your turn. 2 or more and spoon wins. Ouija time! And Luigi picks another 5. And that's it. Spoon wins. "33 pie carats will be split between Peach, Daisy and Luigi. They receive 11 pie carats each. And none for Andrew in the kitchen, bye! Huh, that was weird. I just lost all my pie carats. Sad. Anyway, I need to crack 3 eggs into the bowl. I'll do them one at a time and beat each one into the mixture well before adding the next one. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. Crack egg into crack bowl into oops! Thanks, Parappa. First egg goes in. Beat the mixture well until the first egg is fully incorporated. Look at that lovely action there. Wow, the spatula's magic. It can hang on the outside of the bowl. Time for the second egg. And again, I'm going to beat the mixture well after adding this egg. And after this point, you should be able to feel it thickening up. And again, just mixing that egg in. Okay, and time for the third and final egg. And at this point, I also add in a splash of vanilla extract. Turns out a splash means 1 teaspoon, so that's good to know for future reference. This will probably be a good point just to say again that if you have just joined the stream, if you want to find the recipe that I am making, you can use !recipe in the chat to find the recipe that I'm using and the recipe that I am making here on stream today. Will that be on the test? There might be a pop quiz at the end of the stream. Is Nightbot broken? Oh no, no, Nightbot, don't break on me. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Okay. So there's my splash of vanilla extract going in. So beat in this last egg, and then once it's incorporated, continue to beat the mixture for 45 seconds or so. That creates that kind of like typical crackly crust when you get on top of the brownies. So while you're beating that mixture, you're making meringue, and once you bake that, it rises to the surface. That's that thin crackly crust that you get on brownies. So as I said, just give this a nice beat. Okay. So now that we've beaten in the eggs, it's time to add in our dry ingredients. So I need to add 90 grams of plain, or sometimes it's called all-purpose flour. I usually never bother sifting my flour, just because washing up sieves, I think that might be my least favourite kitchen job. So let's add in some flour. There we go, add that in, 20, 40, 67, 98. Whoops, I added too much in. Oh no, what I've got to do. Okay, let's just take some out. There we go, done. Yeah, I'll clean up that flour later. Yeah, we'll leave that for now, it's fine. Now I need 25 grams of cocoa powder, and again, I don't really bother sifting it just because I'm lazy, but you probably should sift cocoa powder. So let's add in 25 grams cocoa powder. There we go. So 25 grams of cocoa powder. Okay, Elsa says, do you ever get flour clumps from not sifting? Sometimes I do, but I find that if I give it a good enough kind of mix or a fold, it tends to not clump up that much. So yeah, it does kind of depend on the recipe that I'm making. So if I was doing a whisked sponge, so something like a Swiss roll, then I would sift my flour. But if it's something like brownies where I'm giving the mixture a good beat afterwards, then I don't really need to sift it too much. Cocoa powder, I always put it on top of the flour so that when I start to mix it in, it like kind of incorporates before I mix it in, so it's kind of all those clumps break up. So the last thing that I need to do is add a pinch of salt. Where am I going to get salt from? This reminds me of a puzzle. Leighton, no, we're not doing this now. We've had this conversation already. Don't do this. Oh? Thanks, Salt Bay. Could you leave now though? I hope he didn't sprinkle salt in the baking tin on his way out. That would just be insulting. Oh, for goodness sake, Pundrew. That was very punderwhelming. Anyway, back to the brownies. So, fold in the dry ingredients into the brownie mixture until they're almost completely incorporated. And then just before they're fully incorporated, it's time to add in the chocolate chunks, so the ones we chopped up earlier. And if you were going to be making any other kind of brownies, this would be the time to add in those other fillings, so things like nuts, chopped up Oreos, things like that. So this would be the best time to add them in. In goes that chocolate. So, final step, almost about to put these in the oven. Fold these into the brownie batter until they're evenly incorporated. So I'm just going to fold all of that together. Perfect. Okay, so we're almost ready to bake our brownies. So pour the brownie batter into the greased and lined baking tin. So just use the spatula just to scrape out the bowl. Emmy's saying marshmallows too, won't they burn? I think you add those in just after they've gone. I've not actually made s'mores brownie myself. I think if other people who have made them before, they're here, they might be able to give more insight, but 20-25 minutes for baking, yeah, they could burn, but then again, they could also just toast. As I say, not made them myself, but maybe, you know, get some marshmallows, maybe I'll try them myself. Okay, so most of the batter has gone into the tin, just scraping down the bowl, making sure you get every little bit into the tin. Okay, and if you wanted to add any toppings onto your brownies, then this would be the time to do so. So now it's time to bake the brownies. Place the brownies into the oven and bake them for around 25 minutes, or until the brownies are set on top, cracked and slightly risen. So close the oven door. So a 25-minute time or so. I will check them after 20 minutes, so I'll probably check them around 7 o'clock my time. So while the while the brownies are baking, I'm going to wash everything up and just take a short break. So as a reminder, if you want to check out the recipe yourself, you've got the command in chat there, !recipe. So this is the recipe that I'm making. If you're not following me already on Instagram, then why not? Link's right there for you. And also if you're in the UK and you're 18 or over, we've got a giveaway, so marking almost 2,000 followers on Instagram. I'm giving away a baking bundle courtesy of Baking Mad. UK residents only, 18 plus. Entry to the competition, all details are in the post that is linked there. Also, as a reminder, I'm not sponsored by any of the brands that are featured on today's stream. I'm not affiliated or endorsed by any of the brands that have been featured. Other brands are available. Okay, Emmy, thanks so much for popping by. Hopefully you get to see the brownies at the end in the VOD. Thanks for coming. Okay, so just before I go on my break, if you're interested in supporting me, you can on Patreon. You can check out my link there as well. I've got a Discord server if you want to join it. Currently, we've got a Discord tier on my Patreon. So if you want to join Discord, feel free to check out my Patreon there as well. And I'm going to go on a short break. And then I'm going to do some washing up. So just be back in a bit. Just going to say hi to Dazzle and Mother Fairy in chat. Okay, so, yeah, we've got to switch scene because, yeah, we're going to do some things live again, just like I did at the start of the stream. So, as Hannah was saying in chat, brownies are in the oven. Just while the brownies are baking, I'm going to do some washing up. Okay, that is very large. I don't want it that large. Hannah can quote me on that. Hey, we did it live. We're all good. Okay, so I'm going to wash up things I've used in the stream so far. So let's turn on the tap. And time to get clean. Okay, just while the sink's filling up with some water, I'm going to add that quote in. Hopefully it's the same format as just as the first quote. Can't really remember, but it should be fine. Oh, oh, there's that quote. There's that quote. So as said just now, if you've missed out on early part of the stream, all of the recipe details you can find on my blog. So if you haven't checked out my blog already, you can do it there. Check out my recipe blog. And thank you, Hannah. There is the recipe. Dazzle says, your stomach was acting up so you took a nap. Sorry, Dazzle. Hopefully that gets better soon. Good vibes sent your way. Good vibes sent your way. So yeah, the sink's filling up nicely with some water. Just while that's going on, feel free to ask any questions that you've got. Just while the sink's filling up with some water. We might be here for a while because those brownies got to bake as well. And just vibing to the music. Okay, Hannah says, question Q&A time. Favorite type of brownie? Well, I like my chocolate brownies. I'm not sure if you could guess. So just kind of plain brownies, kind of fudgy, gooey, got some piece of chocolate inside as well. But yeah, apart from those, I've done Nutella brownies, so brownies with Nutella on top. Sorry, I should say chocolate hazelnut spread, because as a reminder, Andrew is not sponsored by any of the brands featured on stream today. He's not affiliated or endorsed by any of the brands featured. Other brands are available. Also got peanut butter brownies. And actually, if you want to watch me go and make brownies, you can check out my video here. So if you actually want to go watch me make some brownies, check out that video there on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I think those two brownies are probably my favourite. I know that cookies and cream, that tends to be quite popular as well. So ones with chopped up pieces of, I'm not going to say the brand name because that means I have to mention the not sponsored thing again. The chocolate cream sandwich cookies The ones with the white filling and that printed thing on there. Oh god, that sink is filling up really quickly. Oh my god, what's happening to the water? Gee, oh my, oh. Just turn off that tap. Oh, oh, that was a close call. I almost flooded the kitchen. I'm going to check on the brownies too. So we live in this alternative world where the brownies get cooked twice as fast. So they've been baking for like 20 minutes or so, and I'm just going to keep an eye on them. So they're looking good. They're set on top, they've got that slightly cracked appearance, and I'm just going to take them out of the oven now. So I think they're baked. Close the oven. There we go. So I'm going to leave the brownies to cool in the tin for 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to slice them up and get to try some on stream. So while the brownies are cooling, let's have a chat again. So how have you enjoyed the stream so far? How's your Thursday been? What have you got coming up either today or tomorrow, or maybe looking into next week or the weekend? So I can tell that Hannah's enjoyed the stream. I know that Hannah's been loving the puns that we've got in. Oh yeah, it's Easter holidays for Hannah. So Hannah's got 2 weeks off plus an extra day. I've only got another week off, so I'm back in school on Monday the 12th of April. But that first day is like a non-teaching day. So Tuesday 13th of April, that's when I start teaching again. I actually teach some new classes in next term. So, you know, once it gets a bit closer to the time, I am going to start having to prepare lots of new things. I have to relearn some integration because that's the first thing I teach when I go back, and I've not taught it yet, so that's going to be fun. Hannah, I have hated this stream. Thank you, Hannah. I know you've hated the stream. PK says A+ stream. Thanks, PK. I'm glad you're around. Hannah, you get an inset day first day back as well. Yeah, nice. Although I know that our inset day is going to be mainly focused on like making the assessments and the exams, so nothing that involves me too much, which I think is quite nice. Mother Fairy says, gotta get ready for the day, just woke up. That's alright. We'll still be going for probably like another half an hour or so, so I hope you can come back in time. So obviously, you know, today it's a kind of special day. I don't know if anyone knows what special day it is. You know, I don't know if anyone's kind of picked up on like this vibe during the stream. Hannah says, my insert day is going to be phonics remotely, and then Thursday training in the afternoon. We've not had any training of that sort for a while. I suppose that's just because of COVID stuff. Dazzle says, pretty fantastic 2 AM stream in my opinion. I mean, what other 2 AM stream would you want to watch on a Friday morning or late Thursday? Hannah says, very special day, it's your last day of term. Yep, that's the only special day, that is the 1st of April. So obviously the stream has been, it's been fun. I'm glad that you've been enjoying it. Obviously it's an April Fool's. So as said, this stream is in no way an April Fool's joke though. No way. It's not an April Fool's joke. I just lied. But make sure you go check out me making brownies here. So proper, actual me making brownies. Head over to that YouTube link and you can find yourself a video of me making brownies. It's a bit like Thomas makes banana ketchup, but 100 times better, in my opinion. And I'll give everyone a minute to go find that link. Hannah says, that's the best link. I love you so much. Best brownie video. It is the best brownie video. I don't know what other brownie videos you want to watch on stream. That's the only brownie video I want to ever watch. One says, sounds sus, but I do it. Nothing sus about that link at all. Absolutely nothing suspicious about that. I don't know what you're talking about, Command. Not sus, definitely brownies. Exactly, not sus, definitely brownies. So I'm fairly certain that that is about 10 or 15 minutes or so. I don't really know. I mean, what's time anymore too? Like, you know, it's probably been 10 minutes. Although in this special world where everything's twice as fast, yeah, 10, 15 minutes, right. So now it's time to move the brownies out of the tin. So I cut up my brownies into 16 pieces. So I cut them down the middle, each one in half again, and half again, and half again. So we've got 16 pieces of brownies. So now it's time to serve them up. So I like to put them on this cherry blossom serving plate. Wait, what's going on? Do you feel that? Whoa. Not Andrew making real brownies on stream. Look at that. Oh, we're back in the real world now. And I've got some brownies on front of me. Huh. And even got some chocolate chunks in them. We've got a whole tray of brownies. Huh. How weird is that? Well, I better try one, right? I think I should try one. Now, obviously there's like the big debate in the brownie world of edge piece or middle piece. So do you want a corner piece, do you want an edge piece, or do you want one in the center? So the two on top, so this one's an edge piece, but I've got a center piece as well, if I want to try that one. And you can see, hold on, and you can also see we've got pieces of chocolate there. There's our white chocolate. Our magic white chocolate that appeared out of nowhere from our dairy milk bar. And we've also got edge pieces, we've got a corner piece here as well. Don't mind me, I'm just touching all the brownies. It's fine, I made them, I'll eat them. So yeah, should I go for an edge piece, a corner piece, or a center piece? I'll let chat decide what I eat and which one I try. I mean, these smell. I can really smell the chocolate in these. They're really strong of chocolate. So obviously you've got that melted chocolate in the brownie batter itself, you've got the cocoa powder, and then you've got all these chunks of chocolate in there as well.
I need a sandwich. Help! I need a
Help! I need a sandwich. Who was that? Thank you, Maya the Siren 182 for following. Welcome to the stream, Maya. You've just arrived in time for the brownies that are ready to be taste tested. We're currently debating whether I should have an edge piece, a corner piece, or a center piece. So one with, so what have we got? We've got our center pieces here, and you can see we've got a piece of white chocolate in there from our dairy milk bar. We've got our corner piece, which has also got camera there. We've got a piece of white chocolate in there as well. Or we've got edge piece. So Hannah is saying, I mean,
Help!
if you touch all of...
I need a sandwich. Help! I need a
Oh, thank you to Pinch of Razzle Dazzle for the follow. Because Dazzle needs a sandwich. Okay, so Hannah is saying, if you touch all of them, I have to eat all of them. I mean, it is just me, so you know. Maya is saying edge piece. I don't mind an edge piece. Oh, poor Nightbot. It's fine. We can sort out Nightbot another time. Okay, so we've got two people saying edge pieces, so I'm gonna have edge piece. Let's take this one here. This is the one I've probably touched the most. So let's chuck these brownies down and hope I don't break the stream. So we've got the beauty blogger thing again, right? That is the inside of the brownies. So you can see that fudgy texture. You can see the piece of chocolate in there as well.
Help! I need a sandwich! Help! I need a sandwich! Help!
Thank you, Mother Fairy, for the follow as well. Who also needs a sandwich? Why does everyone want a sandwich? This is weird. But yeah, so let's break this one open. And then you can see inside of the brownies as well. Let's stack those. Hold on, stack those on top, and we can do that. Does that work? I can't really see. Sure, we'll say that works. Right. There we go. Brownie time. Okay, these are. Yeah, make sure you make these. That's what I'm going to say. Make sure you make these because they're really strong on chocolate. I don't think they're too difficult to make either. And yeah, have some brownies. So I'm going to finish off that brownie slice. And then I think we'll call it a stream. So, while I'm eating the brownie, we can turn this into a breakfast stream. If we're not going to end right away, which is fine. So, Mother Fairy says, what do I teach? So, I teach mathematics. So, I teach it at secondary school. So, this is ages 11 to 18. I currently teach from that year 7, so that 11-year-old bracket, and next term, which starts in 11 days or so, I'll be teaching up to 18 years old. PK says, will I be making sandwiches on stream? I mean, I could do. That's certainly another thing I could make. I think it's going to be easier than making brownies. That could be much better. Brownie sandwiches. Oh, ice cream brownie sandwiches. They're the one. So if you do like a really thin layer of brownie, then you make ice cream to put on top, sandwich it with another layer of brownie on top, just like kind of squish the whole thing down, and then put it back in the freezer, and then you can slice it into like bars. So it's a bit like an ice cream sandwich, except you've got brownie instead of a cookie. So, that's something that you guys can have a go at. You can use my brownie recipe. I'd bake it in 2 tins, so make one quantity, bake it in 2 tins. Then you've got 2 thinner layers. Then you can put one on the bottom, then you can put ice cream, then the one on top. But yeah, that's a good thing I could do. Maybe I should do that one time. But I do remember that Thomas, so Thomas struggles with cutting onions, so he struggles with chopping onions. And I said that one time we would chop some onions together. So once our kind of schedules line up and Thomas is not busy doing Banana Fortnite, then we could do that. Actually, do you know what? Let's try this again. So Twitch, shout out to TS Jonte. Yeah, make sure, I mean, I know everyone here follows Thomas already, but if you don't, give him a follow. Banana Fortnite starts tomorrow. So lots of fun things going to be happening over there. So while I've been doing that, I've been kind of splitting up the brownie into more bite-sized pieces, so You like my coat? Okay, so the one on the left, that's just a cardigan. Hold on, no, oh, there. This one here is just a cardigan. This one here is just a denim jacket. Then on the other side is the coat that I wear in school, but you can't, oh, hold on, there, can't really see it. Hi Jordan. I like that Jordan, I'm sure he's been lurking that whole time just judging everything that's been going on. I like your cardi. I'm probably have to wear it again next week. Weather is not looking as good as it has been the past few days. So we've got that coming up. Although, PK, you've just reminded me of something. So speaking of sandwiches, I don't know if you've ever wanted to hear me and a couple of other people talking about sandwiches and other foods and lots of different stuff for about 2 hours. I don't know if you've ever wanted to hear that, but there might be a podcast episode that I did with Maris and Paint Chipper. So this is officially the release of the podcast, so you can go and check it out on YouTube at that link there. And this one is an actual link. This isn't an April Fool link. So if you want to go check out my brownie video, head over to that link there. That one there. That one is 100% gonna send you to Brownies. Absolutely gonna send you to Brownies. Nothing else. Only Brownies. Jordan says, can't believe we did such a thing. Yeah, me neither. It was over 2 weeks ago, and listening back to it, I don't remember any of that, and it was a trip. It happened way too fast. Oh, did someone click on the link? Oh, sorry about that. Maybe this one will work. Maybe this one will work. So if you want to actually watch me make brownies, then go watch that video there. A brownie recipe that won't let you down. Hannah. Hannah. But hey, if you do want a brownie recipe that will never let you down, check out my recipe, the one that I made on stream today. My perfect chocolate brownies. My perfect chocolate brownies. And it's here. My perfect chocolate brownies. I'm just gonna do something quickly as well, just so that you can see. So do you remember just now I put them on that cherry blossom tray? This is the cherry blossom tray. So the actual tray is here. And yes, I did just yeet all those brownies somewhere else. It's fine. I'll clean it up later. Hannah, I think you can find this on Amazon. I know I got this in Hong Kong, probably 5 or 6 years ago, but I'm fairly certain it's on Amazon as well. So yeah. On Amazon, okay, bye. Hannah's leaving the stream. So yeah, while we're still live, if you've got any other questions, feel free just to throw them my way. Is this a... Oh yeah, I should probably do that. Not spawn. Okay, Andrew's not sponsored by any of the brands featured on stream today. I'm not affiliated or endorsed by any of the brands featured. Other brands are available. You came here for the butter. Of course you did. I'm not going to say it because this is meant to be an educational stream. This is an educational stream, and that word is not educational. You're sad I didn't do it. Well, of course you are. Of course you're sad. Maybe next time. Maybe when I do my sandwiches. Maybe when I do my sandwiches. Mother Fairy says, what do I like about teaching? I think that the thing about teaching is every day is different. You know, sometimes if you have like a 9-to-5 office job, every day is going to be the same. Pretty much. So you're going to be doing, you know, the same repetitive actions over and over again. Whereas with teaching, obviously you've got that timetable, kind of, you know, the same people every week or every 2 weeks or so, but every lesson that you do is different. And I know that in my school, I have a lot of freedom to do what I want. So I have a lot of autonomy in the classroom. So as long as I am teaching them the correct thing, I can, you know, I can make the lessons however I want. I can teach it in the way that I want. I can ask whatever questions I want. I can pick examples, and I can do it in a way that I can take as long as I want. If I need to slow down, I can also slow down. You're a fellow educator as well. So what do you teach? Something else that you might want to know is I work at the school that I used to go to. So I know that school pretty well from being there as a student for 7 years. So, you know, it's one thing that I say to my pupils a lot of the time. It's, you know, I've been in your position. I know what it's like from your side. And, you know, seeing it from the teacher side as well. It's definitely different. It's definitely different. Al says, you can preach the PowerPoint ways. Yeah, I can make fantastic PowerPoints all the time. Ones that animate, ones where I make brownies, and I can turn that into a maths lesson. Also, for that that steak question, I'm going to do this. I got a boozle. I was boozled. I got boozled by my own steak question. So, let me scroll back up because I missed some things in chat. Jordan says, don't do that to a sandwich. No, I'm not doing that to a sandwich. I'm going to do that to the butter that I put on the sandwich. Mother Fairy says, right now you're teaching Bible stories with a social justice lens to kiddos 5 to 10 years old. One day I want to start a non-profit to make theatre with young folks from marginalised communities. That is awesome. That's awesome, Mother Fairy. That is awesome. So it's, I think, obviously you're teaching 5 to 10 year olds. I know that Hannah's working in primary school as well. So teaching secondary and teaching primary, so those kind of age groups, so from 11 and above, 11 and below, they are very different. So I know that Hannah is kind of a lot more hands-on, whereas I'm kind of a bit more, we'll see how it goes, rather than being more hands-on. It's kind of, you know, I'm teaching it in this way, I'm doing that, and then, yeah. Andrew's age group scares me. Yeah, 22-year-olds are really scary. Trust me, 22-year-olds are really scary. We should talk about teaching methodologies. Me and Hannah, we talk about teaching a lot of the time, actually. So, you know, we're always kind of, I'm always asking Hannah, like, do you have any ideas that you could give me for this thing that I need to do? And usually Hannah helps me out a lot. You want to teach older ages because you remember go through a rough time during those ages. Yeah, I think that's the one thing I've noticed about that. It's the fact that I'm not like that far away from them in terms of age. So especially some of my older people that I teach, I think they find it more comforting. They find it a bit easier to approach me. So obviously they still see me as their teacher, but they also see me as someone that they can talk to if they need to, and they're not worried about that, which I think is quite nice. I meant the ages that you teach. I know you did. That's what says, can't wait for when I'd be able to terrorize college students with psychology. I mean, that's, I was saying to Mech Mayhem in Steven's stream earlier, that the way I teach, it's more focused on where things come from, why they are the way they are, rather than just being, okay, here's the thing that I need to teach you, and you're going to do it this way, and now we're just going to do some questions on it. So I try and link everything together, try and show them where things come from. And I know that they find that difficult, and that's something they're not used to. So they're not used to that way of teaching in the previous years that they've had. So it's definitely hard for them, but I like that realization moment where they're just like, oh, that thing made sense. So that's always quite nice for me on my side. But I know that they find it better because they actually feel like they understand it, rather than just being, oh yeah, I'm going to learn this thing and I'm just going to use it. So yeah, that's quite nice. I know that that's the way I teach maths. That's just because that was the way that I was taught to teach. So it's this thing called relational understanding versus instrumental understanding. As Hannah's just said in chat, relational understanding. And I know that my university tutors, if they were watching, they would hate me because like I can't remember who who did it. I think it was Skemp, Richard Skemp. Might be 1987 off the top of my head, or 1978, one of those. So if you do want to go read about that, I think it is Richard Skemp, 1978. Around that time, or it might be 1987. Go have a read of it. I think it's different. You know, if you've not heard of it before, you're kind of like, okay, that makes sense. And you think actually that's the better way to teach, rather than just being a case of for example, with my year 9s recently, I've been doing trigonometry. So the way I started it was just by saying this is the tan ratio. So this is tan theta equals opposite over adjacent, right? Then I showed them how to use it, I showed them examples, then we move on to inverse tan, so to find the value of theta, and then we did sine. Then we did sine, then we did cosine, and then I showed them where all of this came from. So then I brought in this idea of the unit circle. So circle, radius 1, I'm going to have an angle, hold on, wait. What way is it? Angle theta, here, right, angle theta. So measuring anti-clockwise from the x-axis, going up that way, that angle there is theta. So all of a sudden they saw that you could have angles larger than 90 degrees in a triangle, and there was a value of sine, cosine and tan for them. They also saw that you could have negative angles. So if we're measuring from here, and that's our angle theta, there, angle theta. Then if I was to measure downwards, that'd be a negative angle. So lots of different things for them to kind of like, oh, now that makes sense. Now I have a negative angle, and it kind of makes sense what a negative angle is. And then we use it to draw our sine graph, our cosine graph, and our tan graph. And next thing we need to do after after Easter break, is solve trig equations. And they do that at 14 years old now. So that's what we're doing in school. We're solving trig equations in 13 to 14 years old. I didn't see trig equations until sixth form, so that's kind of like 16, 17, 18 years old. So even in the kind of 4 or 5 years since I left school, things have changed so much. The things that they need to learn have changed. So everything's been kind of shifted back a lot. Dazzle says, true, I've had those kind of instructors before who just taught just to be able to say they taught, which is kind of bad as psychology needs a strong grasp of the fundamentals, otherwise you'll be lost on the advanced concepts. Yeah, that's kind of how I approach maths as well. So starting from those younger years, the first things that I'm going to be looking at are not necessarily teaching them the harder stuff, but kind of building up those foundations. So things like introduction from the very start are kind of focus on language, so using the correct mathematical terms so that they can begin to use them correctly when they get into older years and understand what they mean, and just making sure that they know where things come from. So as I say, strong grasp of those fundamentals. And with COVID last year, the ones that started off in the school, so last year they lost out on 6 months of school, and they are finding it very difficult to get back into the next year's stuff because it required them to have those strong grasps of those fundamentals, and they just don't have them. And it's not the same for everyone. So some of them know it more than others. but some of them, they really don't have that, and they are struggling as we're moving up higher and higher. So this year we kind of have shifted things back a little bit. We're focusing more on building up those fundamentals and making sure that they do understand them. Obviously it's tricky, because along the lines of what Mother Fairy's just saying, when you only see them for about this short amount of time all the time, it's hard to do that. It's hard to get enough time with them to build up those fundamentals, as well as doing the stuff that they need to do this year. Yeah, and as I also say, it's a tough time for students in education, not just younger ones, but ones in university as well. So it's a rough time, but having done that period of remote teaching recently, they're grateful that they have the live lessons. They're grateful that we were there during lockdown for them. Well, most of them are at least, but generally they are pretty happy with that. So Hannah said, Skemp 1976. That was close. I was only 2 years off. But yeah. So check out, is it Richard Skemp? I think it's Richard Skemp. It might be Edward. But yeah, go check that out. There's not, I think it's a 3-page article, off the top of my head, 3-page article. And it's just a little fascinating read. And saying, yep, Richard Skemp. I'm very surprised that I remembered that, to be honest. I've kind of blocked out a lot of memories of things that I did in university, so it's great stuff. Yeah, educational reading. It's so I in the podcast. That's another great segue into that podcast. I talk about how I don't really read that much. So reading was something that I had to do in school, only because I had to, rather than something that I enjoyed myself. And now, in terms of reading in my day-to-day life, I don't do that much. The only kind of book that I've read recently is this book here. So it's called Chinglish. So I wrote a book review of this in the Discord, in Thomas's Discord as well. So this book, Chinglish, An Almost Entirely True Story by Sue Zhang. That's the last book I read, and I think the book I read before that was probably 3 or 4 years ago. But in terms of other reading that I did as part of my degree, a lot of educational reading was done. So for research and for referencing in my final projects. And I wish that I did do some more reading, but also it's not like I struggled reading those educational journals or things like that, but I know that if it comes to the fiction, I'm not very good at reading fiction unless I'm definitely into it, and I'm not super willing to go explore things just in case, oh, I don't like it, for example. Elsa says, how important are the images and illustrations in that book? A friend I know is considering an ebook for it. I think the images, they just help you to visualize things. So I think even without the images, I could get to kind of know, obviously for me, just because I kind of grew up with some of that stuff that's in the book, I can visualize it in my head. But I think for like a non-white audience, for example, it would definitely help them to see what things are like. But the good thing about the images are that they're not distinctly Chinese. So I remember that Georgie Ma, so Chinese Chippy Girl, she was sharing that David Walliams did some not very nice well, in his book there were not very nice illustrations or a characterization of one of the characters, and there's, you know, in this book that doesn't happen in here. So I'm actually currently scrolling through the book trying to find it. There is one part that I remember very well. Okay. So that's the kind of images we're looking at. And I think if, you know, this is, I think it's Christmas in their takeaway. And without that, I think for a white reader, that will be hard to visualize. Because that kind of chaos, it's only in Chinese kitchens, I feel like. or in Chinese takeaways. Okay, I can't really see what this looks like. So we're there. So I think they help to visualize that sort of thing, but actually in terms of, you know, because it is in the voice of a Chinese girl, a Chinese teenage girl who you know, is growing up through all those teenage angsty things.
Help! I need a sandwich.
Thank you, Sherlock, for the follow.
I need a
Sherlock also needs a sandwich. This is great. But it helps to visualize, you know, the kind of boys that she's angsting over and what they actually look like. And I think it just helps to liven the thing up, liven the book up, and just helps me to visualize and think about it a bit more. That's my personal opinion on that, on the book stuff. But yeah, Andrew has a face again. I've always had a face. I've always had a face. The face just now was a P-Crew face rather than my actual face. Hannah, we also hungry. Yeah, we're approaching what, 7:30 our time, so it'll be almost dinner time again soon for us in the UK. You're gonna make a cracker and cheese sandwich. Ooh. You know, now that I know I spoke about this last time I did a stream, but sandwiches, man, sandwiches. I could talk about a sandwich forever. I remember at Danny's stream. Whoops. Oh no, mother. Okay, I might need to go sort Nightbot out later on. But yeah, I remember at Danny's stream, so if you're not following Danny, the link is there. We talked, he was talking about sandwiches and how he takes the same one over and over again to work with him. And yeah, I can't have the same sandwich over and over again. I can have a very good sandwich one time, and then I'll probably have it one more time after that, then I go off it again, because I don't really like having the same sandwich over and over again. And I remember Hannah kind of saying, yeah, I don't, Hannah's like, I like the same food over and over again, which is totally fine. So you looked up Skemp and he focused on mathematics. Yep, so he was, yeah, his kind of a big name in mathematics, kind of educational research, and I'm trying to remember all of the other names out so I can share and talk about them, but I can't really remember. The only other like educational names are, like the ones off the top of my head are Piaget. So Piaget. Piaget is kind of like a big name in education. And I'm really struggling to remember some of the others. Really struggling to remember the others. Okay, so my mum used to send me with the same sandwich every day in school, and I now can't eat that sandwich at all. And that's kind of my vibe with ham sandwiches. I just can't eat a ham sandwich because I'm kind of scarred from school. That sort of vibe. Maslow, right. I did not know about Maslow until 3 weeks ago. I did not know about Maslow until 3 weeks ago. The only other thing that I, off the top of my head, can remember is Bloom's taxonomy. So that's to do with questioning and that sort of thing. We weren't introduced to Maslow at university, but my mentor at school, he introduced Maslow to me. But a lot of things that he said there, I already kind of knew about, so yeah. Okay. Now that Dazzle's just put that in there, Vygotsky is one that I remember for math stuff, right? Elsa says, a really nice ham sandwich is good. Yeah, thick, like good quality ham is good, but those kind of wafer thin slices, and you just put one in there, not about that. You need, and right, Hannah, I give you permission to quote me on this. You need a good, decent amount of meat in your sandwich. And Hannah is going to be dying, and I'm going to put a T-Astron-O in the chat, because that is a quote. But like, you can't have a thin amount, you can't have thin meat in a sandwich. It has to be like decent, you know? Decent amount of meat. I can just imagine Hannah is dying. Although if we get to affiliate, I feel like an emote along those lines is something that I need. An emote along those lines. Thank you, Hannah, and now I can add that as a quote. Okay, add quote. You need a good, decent amount of meat in your sandwich. Shaved ham. I'm not sure I know what shaved ham is. Thanks, Mother Fairy. Like a lot of it, but very thinly sliced. Yeah, so I don't mind thin slices of meat. It's just you need a lot of it to make it a decent like layer. Like if your sandwich filling is just one slice of ham, but a really thin slice of ham, then there's just no point having it in there. Shaved ham is rather hairless. But even something like cheese in there, like a ham and cheese sandwich, that just breaks it up. So it isn't just this, you know, like one slice of ham. You can't laugh as loudly as you want to. It's 2:30. Yeah. I mean, look, you're gonna come to my stream. You're gonna get puns. That's what you're coming in. That's what you're coming here for. Hopefully, all the ham is hairless. Yeah, I don't want a hairy ham. Not about that. Thank you for that, Claire. Wait, Hannah, you can screenshot this, look. Okay. Hairless, hairless sandwiches only. I don't want a hair in my sandwich. You're gonna get a tear strop mad for that, Sherlock. Not a fan of that. You're screening it later on, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, look, this is the second stream I've done where I've talked about sandwiches. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad about talking about sandwiches for this long. But if you want to hear me, Mary, and Jordan, Paint Chipper, talk about sandwiches a little bit more, we did a podcast. Absolutely not an April Fool's joke at all. Not an April Fool's joke. This stream's not an April Fool's joke. That podcast's not an April Fool's joke. Make sure you go check out me making brownies at that link. Whoop. 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 Nope. Hold on. Gonna... That... nope. There. That link here. Here. That link here. Go check that out there. What's my favourite kind of sandwich? Did I answer this last time? Because if I answer something different, I feel like Hannah's going to remember that I answered something different, and she's going to call me out on it. Favourite type of sandwich? I like a sandwich that has bacon in it. So I'm a fan of like BLTs, so bacon, lettuce, tomato. Other sandwiches. I can't. I feel like this is how little I kind of eat sandwiches. Because I can't think of one that I'd be like, yes, I want that as a sandwich. Okay. So we'll talk. So we talk about this in the podcast. Subway. I don't like meatball sandwiches. Okay. I can see something... Sorry. There is a thing right here. Hold on, where? Right here. And it's annoying me. This thing. Right here. And I really don't like that. So... if you just give me 1 sec. It's still there. I think it's the reflection from that light. So if I just spend the rest of the stream like this, I'll just, maybe not this arm, that's the arm I have my vaccine in. This one. We'll just spend the rest of the stream like this. Thank goodness, that's been upsetting me. Look, I only just noticed, right? I'm not really looking at the stream itself. I'm more looking at chat. But I'm glad everyone else noticed as well. High five! Yeah! Right, back to this. I can't remember what I was saying. Train of thought derailed. Sandwiches, Subway, meatballs, right. Yeah, I've never understood the concept of a meatball sub. Like, why would you... Like, soft bread, then you've got sauce, then you've got meatballs just inside of them, and I'm like, nah, not for me. Like, if you put cheese in there, sure, like, separately, but soft bread, no. Always toasted. Okay, there are things that I've missed in chat, oh my. Mother Fairy's got... oh no. Nope. Maybe if I just do it, no, there. We might just have to live with it, because my arm hurts. You've acquired cheese and cracker sandwiches. Nice. Hannah, I'm a fan of... Hannah, please. Good joke though, good joke. You work at a sandwich shop, so you have opinions. Yeah, I can imagine you've got opinions on sandwiches. Brie and grapes are one of your favourites. I have never had that. I've never had... Grapes in a sandwich. Wild. Grapes in a sandwich. Wild. Okay, just before I move on. I'm just gonna do this. One sec. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. I don't know what my... What is the title of my stream? What's the title of my stream? Okay. First official stream. Vlog. Okay. Does that work? Hey, it worked. Okay. I can't wait to hear Sherlock's hottest take on a sandwich. Hannah says, never had a meatball sandwich because it seems like the filling would be perfectly even and I require everything to be perfectly even. So I don't think it's actually like meatballs between bread, it's more like a sub, so like a sub of bread. What's that thing called? What's that thing called? Oh my god, not a, the sub of bread. The the baguette, thank you. The baguette, right, the baguettes. Oh, the baguette, right? It's not, it's in a baguette instead of two slices of bread. Oh, that was a good one. I broke myself. Oh. Subway BLT sub is good. I've not been to Subway in a very long time. But I don't think BLT was one I ever had from Subway. Meatball sandwiches are good, but they're not really meatballs. They're not really sandwiches. IMO. Yeah, I just don't get why they're a sandwich. To be honest, just have the meatballs and the bread. Get a tall hat. I had a tall hat just now when I dressed up as Professor Layton. That's something for you to check out, Sherlock in the VOD. Raising your arms for long periods is like when Asian parents punish you. Sorry, the fact that you said it's good underneath, that's interesting. Right, you've had grapes in chicken salad in a sandwich, but not on their own. Yeah, I mean, even grapes in a salad is kind of like, what? To me, grapes are fruit. Just eat the fruit. Yeah, exactly. Screw it. We're doing it live. Hot sandwich take time. Let's go. Hannah, the balls aren't even. But get those Tia Strontos in that chat. The balls are not even. It's less about sandwiches than sandwich filling. Why do people add mayo to everything and call it a salad? We talk about mayonnaise in the podcast as well. This is great. So many links to that podcast. So many segues. Chicken salad, tuna salad, macaroni. Wait, macaroni salad. You're putting macaroni in a sandwich. Wild. Potato salad as well. I mean, I call it a salad. I don't. Yeah, I have no idea why. I call it salad though. That's the thing. I would associate that with salad. But I suppose the idea of putting that in between bread, I wouldn't call that a salad. Dazzle said, I should use my headset. This on speaker might get me some knocks sooner or later. It's fine, just don't get me to read out this quote. Because that quote is... That's a tea strong sip. That quote there. But yeah, I think other things we talk about in the podcast. So we talk about Stephen and Mal a lot. So towards the start, because that's kind of how the three of us met each other. Then we move on to talking about Danny's stream and how we kind of formed the community over there. What else did we talk about? We talked about travel. We talked about ketchup, and I really dislike ketchup. I don't like ketchup at all, unless I cook with it, or unless it's already in there and I don't know about it. What else? Right, even though I've listened to it again, I can't remember it because it's 2 hours long. It's 2 hours long. We spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. Green vegetables. Green vegetables. We talked cassowaries, yeah. My favourite theme park, cassowary. Mother Fairy doesn't like ketchup either. Hannah doesn't like ketchup. Friendship ended. I don't like ketchup to like dip things into. We talked about like, dipping fries and stuff. And all I can remember is Jordan saying, "It's disgusting. It's disgusting when people put sauce on top of stuff on top of their fries." Disgusted. He is disgusted by that. Only banana ketchup. Only banana ketchup. Banana ketchup, the best. Dip fries. Dip fries in malt vinegar like a civilized person. Like, how do you do your fries? That's how we do it in the UK. As a child, I'd basically have ketchup with every meal. I just don't like it. It's not like a texture thing. It's more just ugh. No. But as I say, if I cook with it, then I don't mind it. Tomatoes, I will happily eat. Like, I can eat tomatoes raw. I can eat cherry tomatoes. I know that people don't like cherry tomatoes because they explode in your mouth, and Hannah's going to quote me on that one as well. Ed, the best dipping sauce for fries is a milkshake. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I've not done that in a while though. I can't even remember the last time I had a milkshake, but that is definitely the correct answer. Vinegar makes me feel sick. Yeah, that's why we don't dip our fries in vinegar. Dip them in mayo like a civilized British person. A Belgian person. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I've seen them drizzle the mayo on the fries as well, and I know that Jordan would not like that. Okay, add quote. They explode in your mouth. There we go. We're building up all the quotes today. This is great. Dazzle. I dip my fries in ice cream, never tomato ketchup, not willingly. If it's got even like a tiny bit of ketchup, I won't eat it. I can just like, nah. A gravy or curry sauce? Neither. Yeah, exactly, Elsa. We're from down south. We don't do that. Maya, chips and curry sauce. We've had this conversation before. Whoa. Poor Elsa. Poor Elsa. But I remember like at KFC, the gravy, I'd be like, yeah, dip those fries in the gravy. So I suppose on gravy, but growing up in the Chinese takeaway, I could also dip them in curry sauce. So actually, I don't mind either. That's kind of one sauce I would do, and I think it's because it's hot. So it's different, like, because you don't have ketchup like hot. Like, no one warms up their ketchup to dip their fries in. But if you're doing it into gravy or curry sauce, then that's going to be hot. Then again, I like mayo, so it doesn't really work. But I just don't like ketchup. That's the main thing, right? Poutine is very good. I want to try poutine. I really want to try poutine. Like gravy and cheese and potatoes. Like, what else could you want? What else do you need? Yeah, right, Maya? KFC gravy is the best. Like, oh, now I'm really craving KFC. I've not had KFC in a while. I mean, fries are kind of like long, thin roast potato, so gravy makes sense. That's one way to talk about a fry. That's one way to talk about a fry. I am just contrary, yes. Yeah, no, right. The only time I do hot ketchup is if I'm cooking it in a tomato sauce. So, I will do like Hong Kong style pork chop rice. So I make a tomato sauce. What do I put in it? I can't remember what I put in it. I haven't made it in a while. Tomatoes. Onions. Garlic. Ketchup. Sugar. Bit of vinegar. Some honey as well. Just cook that into a sauce. The tomatoes break down. Pour that on top of so fried rice on the bottom of a dish, slices of pork chop on top, and then pour that tomato sauce you just cooked over the top, grate some cheese over it, bake it. Ketchup on hamburgers. So yeah, this is the thing I talk about in the podcast. The fact is that when I was younger, when we used to go to McDonald's, I'd eat the cheeseburgers and they would have ketchup in them. They also have gherkins, which I would always remove. But the ketchup in there I could eat. And my mum was always like, why'd you eat those when there's ketchup in it, but you don't dip your fries in the ketchup? And I think that might just be down to a temperature thing. Or the fact that I don't really know it's there. There are loads of different reasons why that could be the case. Hong Kong style eggs and tomatoes. Yep, do that as well. Oh yeah, thanks. So before you pour that tomato sauce over it, you whisk up an egg in a bowl. And so whisk up the egg until it's all mixed together. Then you pour it in the pan. So the pan that you're cooking that tomato sauce in, you just leave it there. So leave it there, let that egg cook, and then as it begins to cook, you kind of just stir it around with a spatula or whatever you're using with a spoon. So that as the egg cooks, it kind of makes like curds, and it kind of thickens up the sauce. So they do that for a lot of soups as well. So they whisk up an egg, pour it in the soup, and it will thicken up. So that thickens up that sauce as well. So yeah, that's one of my things I like to do. I used to cook that probably once every 2 weeks at uni. So make like the entire thing of it. So I had like the Pyrex dish, loads of leftover rice from the day before, and then I'd take it to lunch for school. So we had a microwave, so I was lucky I could just take that in, reheat it. And yeah, so different from a sandwich. Maya, what's the go-to thing at McDonald's? I actually can't remember the last time I had McDonald's. Cannot remember. Well, I'm allergic to fish. So I'm allergic to fish and seafood, so not the fillet fish. Maybe a Big Mac? That seems to be like my thing. Yeah, that sort of thing. Okay, Autobot needs to calm itself down. Chicken nuggets was not allowed by Automod. Chicken nuggets not allowed. but I allowed them. Yeah, chicken nuggets are good as well. In Hong Kong, the McDonald's there, they always have this burger called the McSpicy, and it's a fried chicken patty with like a spicy coating. That one, I wish they had that in the UK, because that one is so good. It's like the first thing that I always get when I go back to Hong Kong. And I know, like, oh, you know, going abroad, going to Hong Kong, why would you have McDonald's? But Hong Kong McDonald's, just like any like Asian McDonald's, they're so good. They're so good. Like, there's nothing else that you need. I really want a McSpicy now. Oh, I really want one. Hey, I'm just gonna get this. One sec. Okay. Right, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down. Okay. Becca, what did you have for dinner? What was your dinner? You had Macau egg tarts earlier, and now you're hungry again. Macau egg tarts. I want egg tarts. I miss egg tarts. Cake or pie? Now, in the UK, the idea of like pie, there's not really a pie, right? So we're kind of cake all the way, in my opinion. But in terms of like making, I'd rather make a cake. Okay. Yeah, McSpicy is the best. Dip the nuggets in honey. Honey mustard, yes. Honey mustard, yes. Why do you have never have good stuff? Yeah, we don't have the good stuff, right? The closest thing we get is like the American things, like when they do that. Oh, American week, ugh. But they're still like not that great. I'm sure I could make one myself. I could, but that would be effort, right? That would be effort. You were gonna type in all caps, the Nightbot was gonna yell at you. Yeah, I'm gonna fix Nightbot after the stream. You had sausages and chips. Hey, nothing wrong. Did you dip your chips in ketchup? Did you dip them in mayo? Did you put them with gravy, curry sauce? Pie, yeah, pie is savoury in the UK. So we go for like meat pies, pork pies, rather than like apple, that sort of thing, or like pumpkin. Cake in the UK is so good. I think one of my favourite cakes is Victoria Sponge, so it is just like the most basic cake. So I know that Hannah makes this, she made it for her school cake the other day. So same amount of unsalted butter, or you can use margarine, sugar, self-raising flour, like same amount of eggs, like the same weight of eggs, mix those all together, put it into the oven, jam, whipped cream in the middle. That, I want a Victoria Sponge now. I want a Victoria Sponge. Okay. Ed, I go for sweet and sour sauce and nuggies. Yeah, I actually quite like McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. It's not the one I tend to go to. I tend to go for their curry sauce. But yeah, I would happily have the sweet and sour sauce. I remember when I was in Hong Kong, they had like these limited edition sauces, and no. They had a salted egg yolk dipping sauce. It was awful. It was awful. It was like this lurid yellow, like the worst yellow you could ever have. Thick. It didn't even taste like salted egg yolk. That was the worst thing. Just not about that. No, no, no. Becca, no sauce. You had baked beans. That's a... yeah. There's a sauce there. There's a sauce. Hannah, use salted butter. You're terrible. Yeah, you're terrible. You can, you know, right, only use unsalted butter with the wrapper on. You know, get those magic knives. Keep the wrapper on. I assume you guys don't have Zaxby's there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. No idea what Zaxby's is. We don't have like Chick-fil-A. We don't have Wendy's. We have Taco Bell, but having Taco Bell is not something to be proud of. But yeah, we don't, like I said in the podcast as well, we don't have too many fast food options here. Like, if you ask me of a fast food restaurant, the first one that I think of is McDonald's. Then I think about KFC. Then I think Burger King. Then I stop there. Then I think, oh yeah, Subway's a fast food option. Popeyes. What's Popeyes? I don't think I know what that is. Dan would fight you on that. He would. I mean, there are Taco Bells, and I know what they. I have had them before, but they're not like my first choice. I wouldn't be like, okay, I really need Taco Bell. I don't like the fries are fine. The fries with like all the seasoning on. There's too much seasoning. But tacos, I don't like the flavor of it. It's a very strange taste, and it's not what I associate with tacos. Like when I make them myself. Make sure you hydrate, folks, because I've been talking for a while. Popeyes is fried chicken. It's Cajun chicken chain. Ooh, I think I'd like that. And biscuits. Ooh, American biscuits. I've never tried those. Like, I know I've seen loads of recipes to make them, but I've never tried them myself. Small Chinese restaurant still beats fast food. Sweet and sour pork fried rice. I agree. Sweet and sour all the way. I think we're getting a Tim Hortons in Gloucester soon. Oh, Tim Hortons. Wow. And then there's just like me in Southend where I'm just like, no, nothing. Nothing in Southend. Nothing near me at all. They're good, super easy to make. I should make them sometime. I know they're like similar to scones, but I know they're also not the same, so it's a different process involved. Definitely recommend American Southern Biscuits. Lunapel, welcome to the stream. I don't know how long you've been here, but you might have missed out. You might have missed out on the fantastic baking that happened earlier on. But I've been told there's a clip of it here. So the stream was not an April Fool's joke. Make sure you go check me out watching those brownies. There's a video link right there. Yeah, I probably have to wait as long for my Chinese orders do from McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's, they do take a while, I've heard. I think Popeye opened in the capital, not in the provinces yet. Yeah, so I'm kind of along the lines of an hour from London, so it's just nothing really here. I've been told like Essex, so my county in the UK, is the Florida of the United States, and accurate. Lunapel, you joined during fast food chat. What better way to join? Yeah, you do need to watch the VOD. The VOD is good. I'm going to watch this VOD back. Should I upload it to YouTube? Because I feel I might just cut it. So I might highlight it and then like put it on YouTube as well. I think the amount of effort that went into the stream, I think I need to upload it and make sure that it gets as many views as possible, because 6 weeks, is that right, Hannah? 6 weeks of work? I think it's 6 weeks of work. Maya said you just clicked the link. Why did I think it was serious? It is a serious link. It's a link to my Brownies video. Absolutely. No April Fool's joke whatsoever. Oh yeah, Andrew's been working on this for weeks. Okay, I think I did like my very first test stream, like end of February, just like 1 AM, just like, let's go live. So I've been working on it in Discord as well, so I've been kind of streaming parts of it, but there was a lot of stuff towards the end that I did just kind of keep it a secret from everyone. And yeah, I was still working on it probably like an hour before the stream started, because there was a lot to do, especially with that sync stuff. The washing up part was a lot. Wait, this is your first stream? First official stream. So I've done a couple of test streams. So there's a VOD of me doing a haircut. So I cut my hair, dyed my hair, and then said bye to my hair the other day on Monday. Then before that, I did a single test stream, 20 minutes, 1 a.m. in the morning, and I raided Thomas. Those. Oh, I did another test stream on just a random Saturday as well. Yeah. The stream did not used to be this smooth. The stream did not used to be this smooth. Those first few streams were pretty choppy, I've been told. And I watched them back and was like, yeah, not about that. Oh yeah, there's stuff that even I didn't know, and my guess is that I'm the most non-Andrew person who knew the most. Yeah, Hannah, you knew the most because you helped me make some stuff. So Hannah made the puzzle stuff for me. She did a lot of transparent stuff, and then when it got to a point where I wanted to keep things secret, I did it myself. So let's get a shout out for Hannah. Shout out to Hannah for being awesome. I love the background colours you picked for the stream. Yeah, so this purple, this purple down here, I think it, this purple down here, I think it matches that purple up there, and I think it matches my name as well. So my username, I think they are the same colour. Purple is one of my favourite colours, and then, oh no. Mirrors are very difficult. No. This blue. That blue. No. There. This blue. So that's kind of like another favourite shade of my, one of my favourite shades of blue. So I kind of put the two together to like a gradient. And I use PowerPoint to do this because, you know, PowerPoint, best program for graphic design. And it's the only one that you need. Okay, Hannah, I will do your Twitch shout out as well. Nope. Nope. Oh. Not me messing up my own commands. Twitch shout out. Hey, if you weren't following me, follow me. Pink double X. Kiss. That's the second. Right. I'm gonna throw Boozle there because I got boozled again. Second boozle of the stream. Second booze of the stream. Maya, this is not an ad. This is not an ad. We're not sponsored either. We're not sponsored. No, it can't be sponsored. Charlotte said, funnily enough, the program that I usually use to make things transparent is PowerPoint. Look, PowerPoint, best program. You don't need any other ones. Why would you need any other programs? Paint won't do it. Yeah, Jordan won't do it. The one that I use is just an app on my phone. It's called Magic Eraser. So it's just, you literally just tap on anything and it will get rid of it for you. And it's pretty easy. And then I can just save it to my phone, send it to myself. So yeah. What is this? What is this? Like, it's like I'm... Hold on, wait. Like I'm like descending from the heavens. This is what's happening right now. Wait, I can... Okay, thumbnail. And there's the thumbnail. We're sorted. Do it live. It's light from the heavens. It's the ray of God. Andrew is blessed. It's a light meaning you have a side quest. It's a light meaning you have a side quest in the game. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have any more fun mini games. I didn't plan any mini games for stream. Sorry. What's my side quest? Is it to eat more brownies? Because that sounds like a good. That sounds like a side quest that I could do. I never finished that brownie from just now. Where did I put it? I yeeted it somewhere. Here. I like this music. This music's good. When I find it for you, I will DM you in Discord. Because I can't remember it myself. Hey, quest complete. The quest is done. What's the reward for the side quest completion? Another brownie? Do you get another brownie? 1 XP. Do I get a Korok seed? I feel like if you've got them, get those yahahas in chat. Wait, I should probably yeah, that was not that. No, not that one. Yeah, not that either. Yeah, oh my, oh. Ah. Yeah, oh no. Hold on, wait. Let me. Ahem. Yeah, oh no. We're just not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I think doing the Toad voice earlier ruined me. We did. Oh god. I can't believe I did the Ouija and "Hi, I'm Daisy" thing earlier. Lunapal, that's something for you to check out on that VOD. There was some voice acting in this stream. Not very good voice acting, but there was voice acting. I appreciate you trying. Yeah. Maybe look, we'll throw it in at the end, who knows. Giving 110%. Gotta give 110%. How else are you gonna eat 12 days of steak? Okay, great. Dazzle, you're not wrong. Mother Fairy, I think you're doing great, sweetie. Maya, please stop. Perfect. Perfect. Utter perfection. You won't be able to get any better than that. Okay, so we've been up for like 2.5 hours now. Because my voice is going and I can feel it, I think we'll bring the stream to towards an end. So things for you to check out. If you haven't seen the podcast, if you haven't heard the podcast, check out the link there. So I did it with Marie and Paint Chipper. 2 hours talking about absolutely everything. Talking about cassowaries, my favourite theme park. What else? You can find out how. Here we go. At 10 or 11 years old, I broke my foot on a school trip. That's a great story in the podcast. It's pretty soon in, like 20 minutes. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my brownie video. That's not the right brown. That's not the right brownie video. It is this one, recipe vid. So if you want to actually make me watch me make brownies, you could make me watch brownies as well. That could be a thing you want to do. Then it's over there. Thank you, Hannah. I was just about to do that one. So the recipe for my brownies, you can check out there. If you are in the UK, I am doing a giveaway over on Instagram. So to mark 2,000 followers, I am doing a baking bundle giveaway, courtesy of Baking Mad. UK residents only, you have to be 18 or over to enter. All the details are in that Instagram post there. I've had a lot of notifications on my phone for people entering the Instagram post, so make sure you get entering soon before it closes. I know it's UK only. There will be more in the future. There'll be more in the future. There'll be more in the future. Okay, if you want to check out how to join my Discord, you can consider pledging at the Discord tier on my Patreon. Patreon link is there. If you haven't checked out my blog already, all the commands are coming in right now. We've got my recipe blog there. You can check out my recipe post from March. So I made flourless peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. that recipe's on the blog there. If you don't know about Colin, he's the best guy. Colin's the best. Make sure you check out Colin. And apart from that, I think that's all the things I need to mention. Yeah. So I know who we're going to raid. I assume that he's still alive. Let me just check on my phone. He is still alive. Okay, so we need to come up with a raid message. So have a think about some raid messages just while I tell you about Kevin. So Kevin is another streamer that I've been checking out recently. Yesterday I was playing Mario Kart 8 on stream with him. At the moment he's playing Home Sweet Home Survive. So we're going to be heading over there in just a bit. So what are our raid message options? Not sharing brownies. I mean, this would be the point where I fuse them through the stream and they appear magically for you. That'll be great. Rickroll brownies. That is amazing. That's amazing. Rickroll brownies. Okay, we'll go with that. Rickroll brownies. What a raid message. What a raid message. Rickroll brownies. Okay, let me load up his stream on my phone first. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming. Hope you enjoyed the whatever this stream was, the madness. As I say, I will upload this to YouTube as well. Keep it highlighted on Twitch because I think it's a highlight. It's been a highlight of my day. So thanks everyone for coming out to the stream. Hopefully there'll be more. Less of this kind of whatever this was because I can't do this all the time. 6 weeks to make one stream. As fun as it was, I don't know if I can do that again. But yeah, games are kind of... I can't really do games at the moment. Who knows, Professor Layton might make a reappearance in the future. That's something to think about. So we're going to go over and raid Kevin. Oh, channel is intended for mature audiences. We've talked about like how much meat we want in sandwiches, so yeah, it'll be fine. Oh my, the stream is not doing well at the moment. So, raid message, hashtag Rickroll Brownies. Thanks everyone for coming, and I will see you again sometime, hopefully sooner rather than later. Rickroll those brownies. Thanks for coming. See you later.